NASDA Shed Dog. Now, searching for shed deer antlers is a growing pastime for white-tailed deer hunters who are learning that the use of canine greatly increases the odds of recovering shed antlers. A wide variety of dog breeds are successfully used for this purpose. Now, the purpose of NASDA Shed Dog events are to simulate this common field work. The fundamental feature of shed dog events are to show the ability of all breeds of dogs to locate and retrieve shed deer antlers. Trials mimic as much as possible a natural hunting terrain. Now, dogs may compete on or off lead at levels 1 and 2. Level 3 must be completed off lead. Leashes may be up to 30 feet long, and of any material, flexi leads are not permitted. As with all NASDA levels, in Shed Dog levels 1 and 2, the handlers are able to watch the judge place the hide. The hides and the hide area will also be pointed out to the handlers during the judge's briefing. Level 3 hides shall be done blind, where the handlers are unable to watch the preparation of the hide or know the location of the hides. Natural antler sheds in good condition will be used. Now, the shed hides do not have to have a scent trail leading to them. However, the shed should be freshly treated with artificial shed odor. You can use wax or liquid prior to each event. And the sheds are thrown into the search area. On courses which require a retrieve, the shed should be thrown to the best of the judge's ability to the same approximate place. Now, antler sheds from white-tailed deer are preferred. However, portions of antler sheds from elk, antelope, moose, or other regionally appropriate may be used, provided that they are of the size that may be retrieved by dogs of various sizes. Shed Dog Level 1 has a course time of 2 minutes, has 1 shed hide, the course is 50 foot by 100 foot, and naturally occurring distractions. You start with 25 starting points and 20-point minimum for a qualifying score. The teams earning 100 points will earn the Shed Dog Level 1 title. Dogs may be on or off lead for Level 1 and 2. Level 3, your dog must be off lead, and your leashes for 1 and 2 may be up to 30 feet long. Flexi leads are not permitted. Hides should not be readily visible to the dog from the start line. The hide will be placed at ground level, no closer than 50 feet from the start, and may be partially covered by brush, leaves, dirt, sand, or water. Time begins when the dog or the handler crosses the start line. Time will stop when the judge calls the mark, and the call shall be yes. The dog should work in their search independently of handler movement, and the handler may verbally encourage and communicate with the dog, provided it does not interfere with the search. Deductions will be taken for handlers who face the hide intentionally, stand near the hide, show the dog the hide, or handle in a way which the judge deems as leading the dog to the hide. The dog is not required to retrieve the shed at Level 1. However, no time penalty will be assessed should the dog retrieve the shed. Shed Dog Level 2. The course time is 3 minutes. There's 1 shed hide. And at this portion at Level 2, once the dog finds the hide, the dog now has to retrieve the shed and bring it to the handler within 24 inches. There's naturally occurring distractions. So once the judge says yes when the dog finds it, the handler may no longer continue their movement towards the dog and must begin the retrieve portion of the exercise. However, the handler may utilize verbal cues without deduction and encourage the dog to retrieve the find using verbal, hand signals, clapping, or other cues. The handler may take up to 3 steps away from the dog without deduction. The time will stop when the dog has retrieved the shed and returned close enough to the handler to be touched within 24 inches of the handler, and the judge calls the completion. Usually the judge will say, finished. Shed Dog Level 3. The time for the course is 4 minutes. You have 2 hides, and at least 1, no more than 3 distractors will be used on the course. These distractors may be food or objects that contain food, or toys or human object distractors, and environmental distractors must be present too and approved by the judge prior to the trial. Environmental distractions that are available in the search area could be like a chicken coop in the distance, pile of manure, water, something that would distract the dog. Once the judge has called yes, the handler may no longer continue movement towards the dog and must begin the retrieving portion of the exercise, just like in level 2. But in this one, in level 3, the handler may give 2 verbal cues without deduction. The handler may take up to 3 steps away from the dog without deduction. The dog must retrieve the first shed located and return close enough to the handler, within 24 inches of the handler, so that the handler can easily take the shed. The handler may then redirect the dog to find the second shed, and time will stop when the handler takes the second shed and the judge calls the completion, and that call would be finished. Here's an example Shed Dog Level 1 run. Here we have the judge, Perry Parks, and Jaylene Davis with her dog, Journey. She started between the purple flags. Her dog goes through the purple flags as well as her. If you don't go through the purple flags, meaning if your dog goes to the left or right before going through the 2 flags, you do get some points deducted. Anyways, her dog goes on a search. She calls her dog back and gives some commands. At level 1, you can do that. Journey comes back and starts searching some more. Hits the perimeter. Doesn't quite get to the shed. Journey goes out. She's coming back. Her owner's not walking to the shed, but in the direction, kind of, and there she goes. She found it. So a nice little run. And that's how level 1 is done.